One of the most effective leadership tools is sadly one of the tools that is used the least by most leaders. Let's figure out how to make this work for you.
Welcome to the podcast with your host, Craig T. Owens. Craig's new book, When Sheep Bite, is coming soon. Now, here's Craig.
No matter the size of the organization that you run, the most important aspect of that organization is your people. Really doesn't matter how many buildings you have or the latest and greatest software or anything like that. People make it work. You've got to have good people running those buildings, running those programs, or they're all going to come crashing down. We need to make sure that our people know that they are our number one priority. And the way that we do that is that we, as leaders, stay involved in their daily lives. So we can't treat people like machines, like we just program them or wind them up to do a job and just let them go and do their job. We need to stay involved with them because those people can expand, they can grow over time, they can take on more responsibility, but only if we're willing to give them that investment of our time. My friend Greg Harrison and I host a leadership podcast called The Craig and Greg Show. Recently, we had this discussion that I think is very important.
Reading people, like you can almost feel it. Oh, he's changing the game plan. This is going to be scary. Or they're like, yeah, the itinerary looks a little stiff. Oh, I like it when he changes.
Right.
And reading them is
Right.
key. So how do we get that behavior, that trait, that strength of reading people as leaders?
You know what I'm going to say? The thing that we've said, like, I don't know how many times on this podcast, you've got to get out of your office and walk around with your people.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not a magic formula. Like, he is so good at reading his people. He gets out of his office and spends time with his people. Mm-hmm. It's not that hard. And so maybe, if that's not you, maybe you're going, look at my agenda. I don't have time to get out around people. Well, then there's a problem, because I think you could tweak a system. You could make a change to a system, and it's not going to give you as big of a return as when you invest in a person, when you help a person
like that
to do, grow or understand why you're doing what you're doing, why we're planning or why we're making this change.
Jesus talked about the sheep getting to know the shepherd's voice, but I think the flip side is just as true, that the shepherd gets to know the sheep voice as well, each unique individual sheep. Friends, you need to get out of your office and walk around and interact with your people. They need to get a chance to know you, and you need to get a chance to know them better as well. When you do that, they're going to feel more like a part of the team, not like a piece of machinery. And you're going to be able to tailor and make things unique and set people up for success. You're going to discover new skills and talents that they have that maybe you didn't know about before. So this is a powerful leadership tool. You've got to get out and walk around people. Give them the present of your presence and get to know them and let them get to know you. And as you do that, just wait and see how much your organization is going to flourish.
Craig's new book, When Sheep Bite, is coming soon. To pre-order, go to craigtowens.com.